Good morning. It's just kind of dark down in this river valley still, but had a lovely night last night with the sound of the water and everything. It's definitely quieter than the nights at PCT days. It's kind of rowdy with everybody else around up until like 2 in the morning every night. But today we're shooting for like a 24-mile day, and I think we got some lengthy ups and downs. And had one guy camped right next to me, and a cool dude I was chatting with. But there was also a small hornet's nest that we never noticed, and the hornets were docile all evening until right before sunset, and they friggin' stung them. That kind of sucked. But we'll keep moving this morning. I think we start out with a big hill climb here eventually. Lots of water sources this morning, but I think the last 8 miles or so to camp is going to be a long water carry up a big hill. Into the first big uphill for the day. It's only about 4 miles though. Made it to the top of the first hill. We're up here for a little bit, a mile or so, and then we got a long 7-mile descent all the way back down before the next massive hill climb. I think we're about starting the big descent now. The terrain's been really nice. No big rocks or anything. Nice soft dirt. And it hasn't been too aggressive with the ups or downs. I'm just kind of cruising right along. The trail is definitely busy out here, busier than usual, but it's not like overly crowded too much. It's good that I'm always planning on getting to camp early, because it was definitely filling up and lots of people were looking for places to camp last night and kind of had to just move on because there's not enough room for everybody piling out of town. But we should start, spreading out over the next coming days. Been making quick work of these descents. It's kind of nice to cruise at a good pace. But we're kind of near the bottom in a little bit, and on the maps it looks like we're kind of near a very small residential area. Not sure what town it even is out here. Stopped at a little overlook for a minute. These are kind of rare, it seems. We've been in the woods for a lot. But down there is Trout Creek. Kind of a straight down drop off. I think we cross that later at some point coming up. And then there's some residential farming over that way in the distance. So we'll be down that way in a little bit through that valley. This is the crossing for Trout Creek. I'll keep saying it, but I love every bit of these forests I get to walk through. It's just so beautiful out here. Looks like the trail's going to be mostly kind of flat, little ups and downs as we cross this valley basin area. And then we got one huge uphill will be the end of the day, and we're camping mostly towards the top of it somewhere, but it'll be a long water carry up to the top. And this is the bridge over the Wind River. That looks beautiful. Crystal clear waters. Don't see any fish right offhand though, but that's just beautiful.
Really? How many people?
And there's like, there was a string of like 8, but they came in at different times.
Well, that was nice. That was a little bit of trail magic on Panther Creek Road. They were cleaned out pretty good because of all the dozens and dozens of hikers that are all hiking out at the same time, but that still was pretty cool. Enjoyed a nice little rest break. We pushed 16 miles by noon. That was really the first sit-down break I've had all day. And now from here, it's going to be all uphill pretty much. We got about 8.5 miles or so to camp. And we got one water source coming up, so it's going to be a heavy water carry, dry camping tonight, all the way uphill. There's the bridge over Panther Creek. Oh, more often than not, if you're going to be dry camping, it's always at the top of a huge hill. My backpack is heavy, and we got a good bit of elevation to gain. I was just thinking, as we chug along uphill here, into the final stretches of the trail, as it were, I'm feeling great. Physically, I'm probably in the best shape. I feel the strongest. I feel awesome. No aches and pains, no blisters. Knees are fine. There's a lot of people out here still wearing knee braces and stuff, taking ibuprofen daily. But I'm feeling awesome. Nothing's stopping me now. Done with the switchbacks going up. Kind of riding a ridge now. Rarely once in a while there's like a pop-out view, but most of the time you're just in the woods like this. But we're not even halfway. We're still making our way up. There's looking south to Mount Hood. And you can tell that there's a large valley there. That's where the Colorado River's at. And this uphill's just taking its time. We still got 2 miles left. And we made it to camp. There's only 2 spots that are in the shade, and those are taken already. So I'm out kind of in an exposed area. So I'll have to wait about 4 hours for the sun to set for things to start cooling off. But we got a cool view of Mount Hood. And that was just rough. The last 8 miles going straight up when you're max loaded with water. Definitely gets tiring after a while. So I'm just going to be relaxing for a little bit. I'll probably start up dinner and just start eating all my snacks. And then once things start cooling off some, as the sun goes down, I'll crawl into the tent. Oh, I got my dinner all cooked up. I got a Mountain House meal, chicken and rice, something. But I'm probably just going to sign off in this clip. It's starting to get a little crowded. Probably a lot of people going to be showing up, just with the huge bubble coming out of town still. And then tomorrow is about the same type of mileage. And I think we're going to stay up on the ridges. I don't think we're dropping down such huge, massive ups and downs anymore. So it should be just little ups and downs. So maybe it'll be an easier day. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you all in the morning. Good morning from a very dark forest again. I slept alright last night, even though I accidentally punctured a hole in my sleeping mattress. I was sewing up my pants because the hem in it came out, and I accidentally poked the needle through the mattress. So I know roughly where the hole is. I'm gonna have to figure out exactly where and then put a patch over it later tonight if I can. But otherwise it was fine. I've also, one of my Injinji liner socks, I blew the heel out, so that's pretty much garbage. and today we still got 1 more mile of uphill up this big hill, and then we'll be up on the ridges with smaller ups and downs and not so much a big descent and stuff. We're done with the high point of this hill climb. Now it should be easy cruisy ups and downs from here on out, hopefully. And I like this spot. Look at that view. Mount Adams in the morning. Just passed by the first water source for the day. Nice little spring coming right out of their mountain. And there's about a dozen people there filling up too. And we've already done about 5 miles today, so the train's been just cruising along pretty good. Next water sources throughout the day I think are going to be all, there's a lot of pond water sources coming up, so I don't know how good those are going to be. Lots of broken up lava rock in these areas. A couple of little chipmunks there. I just passed a Sobo, and he said that there's trail magic at the next road crossing coming up. In less than a mile. It's a dirt road. It's got pit toilets and picnic tables and stuff there, so it would make a nice little rest break anyway. But there's trail magic there. So that sounds pretty cool. Speaking of trail magic, I was also just looking at some numbers, because I still kept all my statistics for when I did the AT. And I had 12 hits of trail magic on the AT. And today this will be trail magic number 14 for the PCT. The reason I got so little trail magic on the AT is because I started late season. I really didn't see much trail magic until I got halfway through the journey and I'd caught up with the bubble. But on this trail I've been right in the middle of it from the start and still in the middle of the big bubbles, so just getting more frequent trail magic is kind of neat out here. Yeah, there's a huge setup here. Let's see what we can get. Here's what we got for the trail magic. We got a whole setup going on, and we got these guys to thank for it. So you are Cowboy
and Mrs. Cowboy.
And Mrs. Cowboy. Awesome.
You can get a picture over there.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. Fresh fruits and everything. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna chow down here. This is great. Back on trail. That was perfect little breakfast stop. I can't remember, but that may have been the first time I got like a hot meal on trail for trail magic. That was really cool. I got pancake, eggs, fruit, donuts, and they said they were specifically positioned and trying to make timing to catch the huge bubble of everybody coming out of Cascade Locks, so they're just perfect. They got set up yesterday morning. They'll be out here for a couple of days. Tons of people were, kept coming in as I was there, so I just chowed down some breakfast real quick and back on trail. (2,200 mile mark). There's the first lake, Sheep Lake. I think they're going to be more of ponds that we're going to see today. Not very big. Here's Green Lake. been a very lovely, easy hiking day today. I just got done with the one steep uphill for the day, I guess. It's pretty steep, but it was only about 2 miles long, and it was kind of all sunny and exposed. So now I'm in a little bit of a downhill back in the forest again. I think it pops back up steep, but just very short, and then it goes back to normal easy grade ups and downs. Getting closer and closer to Mount Adams. Here's Blue Lake. A bit of a burn patch here. Well, I'm just bebopping down the trail, still nice and easy, minding my own business. And I just got this really strong, like musky whiff of like a bull moose. It was not scat, it was this creature itself. That'll wake you up. I was like, whoa, what was that? But I don't hear anything, I don't see anything. But it definitely smelled like there's a large animal in my immediate vicinity. But it was kind of just one whiff on the breeze, just for a few seconds. So, I'll let you know if we see anything. Haven't seen any tracks on the trail. Here's Eunice Lake. Very quiet out here right now. Most of the hikers were chilling over at Blue Lake. That was the nicer place to go swim and relax. Looks like a little landslide happened here. A lot of rocks piled up. Yeah, came right out of that little gully. Knocked this tree over. This is Bear Lake. I think I'm gonna max fill up with water here. I think this is the last water source for the day. And we're about 7 miles to camp. Back on trail, loaded up with water. At least it's not a huge 8+ mile uphill. You only got like a couple miles of gradual uphill, and then most of it's a gradual descent down the backside to some road crossings, and we're camping in that area somewhere. Mosquitoes are starting to come out. They're not too bad as long as you keep moving, but if you sit down or take a break or anything, they start swarming around you. In general, they haven't really been bad at all. Continuing to get spectacular views of Mount Adams as we get closer and closer. Not too much further now. We'll be down to a couple of dirt road crossings, and then there should be some tenting somewhere in that vicinity. But we're almost there. We've made it to camp, getting set up. A little early for dinner yet still. I think I made it like, it's 4 o'clock. I can't remember how many miles it was today. 24 and a half, 25 miles. It's a pretty good push. Train wasn't too bad overall. Guaranteed we'll have a couple cram in here, a little bit of space. Trail's just right there. Well, it took some doing, but I found the hole that I had stupidly punctured into my own air mattress and got a patch over it. So I'm gonna let that sit for a bit, and we should be good from now on. I think that'll do it for tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and just close out and sign off before it gets too crowded around here. I got my last mountain house meal for tonight will be lasagna, and then tomorrow we're doing, I don't know, 13, 14 miles or so. We'll get to a road crossing, and we're looking at getting into the town of Trout Lake. I have no idea whether I'm going to stay the night there or just try to bounce in and out and resupply. It's kind of crowded with the hiker bubble, so I'm imagining there's going to be nowhere to stay in town, so I'll just have to figure it out when I get down there, and just be flexible. So I'll let you know if my air mattress holds. I think it should. I'll report back in the morning. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you all in the next one.